It's going to be the Sacramento Kings tonight, 39-24-1. That is no fluke. That is hard work. And that is you guys coming in here being the sharpest chat I know, bringing winners, bringing the energy. Also, Squad Ride 1, Providence, great. Fuck me. They win games, they cover games. It's fucking annoying. Mikey Over's coming on. might have changed the vibes. Maybe that'll change everything. Maybe I'll be a Providence guy. Maryland out to a fat lead. They have 75 votes already. And we're going to absolutely attack the college basketball card today. Winners only. All right, so we're Mormons tonight. We're going to be soaking with our winnings, okay? 24-1 in squad rides. Dwayne Wade alley-ooping it left and right every fucking day. Let's go BYU. We're soaking in the winnings. It starts tonight with Manhattan, +5. The Jaspers, they get it done at home for the squad ride. Let's end the best fucking week we've had on this goddamn show so far, all right? Why not us?
There we go.
+115. Boom. You know why? Because I trust the squad ride, and that shit prints. Man, I miss college basketball. That intro made me feel something. Gentlemen, happy Monday. Javon, as always, joined by your guys, Krabs and Javon on BTL episode 239 piece. Hold the damn fry, as always. Javon, have a good weekend.
Of course.
Good man.
Yeah.
I feel refreshed after a nice little day off there last week on Thursday. Showed face on Friday, right? Had a little beach weekend, a little vacay. Chat, good to reset the mind this summer, right? We're heading into the dog days of summer, okay? It's nice to relax a little bit and do human things like go to vacation and go to the beach and not just place bets all day, right? Good little reset, all right, chat? The MLB bets, they've been hitting this past week. The NBA bets have not. And we're going to talk plenty about the NBA today, chat. We've got a great game tonight. I'm sure the Lakers won't get swept, right? Defending, their own home courts. No way.
Yeah, no chance.
These two series, I mean, they've been ridiculous, Javon. Ridiculous. And we'll talk about your Heat. All right? We'll talk about your Heat because you deserve to talk your shit. Okay? Chat, we've got plenty to go over today. NBA playoffs. We've got a new MLB head-to-heads. If I don't win this week, I don't really know what I'm going to do because I've got some stars, and I think Javon's trying to get cute and show off a little bit here with some of his guys after 3 straight wins in the MLB head-to-head. Shocker. If you guys aren't taking Javon's guys damn near every night for his MLB head-to-heads, probably losing money. If you're not taking my guys, maybe you're saving some coin. I don't know. I feel like my dudes haven't been doing that bad.
No,
Unbelievable. But we'll go over the new head-to-head for this week, chat. We've got some NBA finals to talk about. What are the Lakers doing? What are the Celtics doing? I don't know. We're going to go over it. Okay, there's a new NFL gambling scandal that came out about an hour ago, chat. We're going to go over that. And then plenty of MLB games to dive into today. And most importantly, the squad ride towards the end. So get your thinking caps on. All right, chat. Start crafting up. What is your favorite play today? Is it NHL? Is it NBA? Is it MLB? I don't give a hoot. Start finding winners. All right, chat, because we need to hit a squad ride. Okay. W recaps. We'll go over last week. See what we're rolling with here. We'll go W Joshy recap from last week. Yeah, squad ride on Friday. I know. The Royals, just like last year, have not been coming through, Javon.
Yeah, not exactly. But, I mean, I have to give credit. Usually, like, I see them offensively just be terrible. That game was probably the best I've seen Kopech look ever. Like, that was – I assume you didn't watch it because you were out on the beach doing who knows what, but Kopech fastball looked absolutely.
What do you have, 10 strikeouts?
Yeah, something like that. It was unreal. That was the most life I've ever seen on his fastball, even since he was, peak, like right when he came up Kopech days. So, I mean, shout out to him. If he can continue pitching even somewhat close to that, he's going to be back to old Kopech and not suck as much.
Yeah. I think that was a 2-0 victory for the White Sox on Friday. That hurts.
Yeah,
that hurts.
One hit. Should have really got no hit. The one hit was like a little massy nubber over the infield.
All right. Well, we moved, chat. That's enough squad ride L recap from Friday. Would you look at that? Another L recap from Krabs. 85 points from last week. Shout out you, Darvish. Did not have the juice. Rizzo, I mean, I picked the Yankee. What did I expect? Didn't really come through for me there. Mullins did his job, I would say. Did his job. McClanahan got you a win on Friday. Great pick there. And then India and Verdugo did just enough, and you ended up over 100 points once again, Javon. Have you hit over 100 points all 3 weeks?
I think so. I mean, it helps that I've had, I think, my pitchers almost touch 50 every week. So, I mean, like, realistically, you haven't been that bad at picking, like, hitters. I think your hitters have outperformed mine a decent chunk of the time. It's just my pitchers. I picked really good pitchers.
Sounds about right. We've got a W sub bang here, Javon. We've got Dwarf Noah coming in. A whole year with us. Best 12 months of his life. I'd rather spend with y'all than a girlfriend or wife. W, Dwarf Noah. That's my dwarf. What's up, Beast? Hope you had a great weekend. Hope you're having a insane start to the week. All right, it's Monday. That's okay. Vibes are up. Chat. We got plenty of games to bet on today. Okay. Well, didn't Krabs pick Corbin last week? No. I picked Darvish. And that was an out.
Yeah, the week before this one, yeah. But to be honest, Corbin did fine. He was very close to being my pitcher pick, but I let Krabs have him. He was my 1B.
Corbin is not getting the strikeouts right now, but he's using that sinker, which is awesome, and he's getting outs. And he's returning to form, so he's changed his game a little bit. Finally, it only took him 3 freaking years, Javon, to change up his pitch mix after being the worst pitcher in baseball, right? But he did it, and that sinker is actually pretty good. And he's throwing 94 again, which is huge because he needs some more velo if he's not having that nasty slider like he used to back when everyone was using Spider Tack. Okay. W's. There's your Nats talk for today, chat. That's enough for today. Okay. W's. Chase. Yeah. Can we get some pulse checks on Chase? Chase, you alive? You okay, my man? Hey, how'd the Stars do last night? I fell asleep. Chase, don't check. Don't check. And Javon, why don't you gas up my man Lane Thomas for a second?
Dude, he's a goat. He respects coin, even when, like yesterday, I mean, the other half of some entries, like Riley Green, don't want to do shit. Lane Thomas just respects coin. He's like, legitimately, like, and I know you saw the tweet, he's the new Brandon Drury of this year. He just, in perfect matchups, you just keep taking him, keeps respecting coin. He's the not so corp, unless that one dude who hits 1,000 home run parlays posts him, not super corp. So I'm going to keep betting him. And against soft tossing lefties until they gave me the chance or take away the chance. I keep betting him because he's
raking. Yes. He's raking. That trade for John Lester for Lane Thomas looking pretty darn good right now, chats. And Javon, that makes me very happy to hear you say that he's this year's Brandon Drury as of right now. Okay. W's. That brings a little tear to my eye. It's the small victories for Nats fans this year. Okay.
Yeah.
Chiote coming in with a sub bang 5 minutes ago. I appreciate that, my man. Absolute beast. We've got E. Welsh coming in with a sub bang. Happy 6 months, beast. I appreciate that. Borden coming in with a sub bang. Awesome. Great vibes today on Monday. We got the hype train rolling. Chat. Hope you guys are in for a week. Okay. Because we've got plenty of content, plenty of bets to take you from Monday through Friday. And we've got another sub bang from Chase to Mia Khalifa. Sure.
Hard.
Yeah, I'm sure she really was missing out after her last donation of a sub expired. So thank you, Chase, for that. Now she could come in and watch with no ads. I appreciate it. Wouldn't be the first time she's coming in. All right. W's chats. W's. Gosh, that intro, man. That intro made me miss CBB.
Yeah.
It did a little bit. It made me miss Mia Khalifa step, bro. We got Thrasher waiting for the Shore shirt to come in. Let's go, chat. I hope you guys ordered some merch because the store is closed. All right. I hope you guys cop some stuff. All right, chat. W's. What's up, Ref? All right, guys. Let's go over what we got for today. All right. We've got a new head-to-head lineup. We need to go over a little bit here, Javon, for the people. Chat. Not only is this a competition for you guys to obviously watch and sweat throughout the week, right? We're picking guys who we did research on all this morning. And we're finding dudes who we think are going to bowl all week. Don't you think these are people maybe you should be targeting on Prize Picks this week to be taken? If we're trying to battle this out head-to-head and find dudes who have good matchups? Probably. These are dudes you want to be taken this week on Prize Picks, okay? And we can start with my team. All right, Chad, we can start with my team. Luis Castillo, he starts tonight. I did not want to wait. I said, you know what? I see Luis Castillo up there with, a 44.5 fantasy score, a 45.5 fantasy score, with how bad he's been pitching recently, Javon. But he's going against Oakland tonight. And I'm willing to take a stab with Luis Castillo pitching against the worst team in baseball tonight, hopefully returning to form. I'm rocking with the ace on the Seattle Mariners. All right, he's my pitcher tonight. What could go wrong? You're smiling over there. You're probably happy I picked him up.
I mean, no. Yeah. I want to see you going through the hoop. But I do like the second pick, who, as corp as he may be today, I'm nuking him.
Okay. Yeah, I got Arenado, who is red hot right now. I don't care if this is a square pick. I need a big name guy who's been balling. And right now, Arenado, his last 7 games, Javon, 407 at the dish, 6 runs, 8 RBIs. I'm backing him to stay hot this entire week, along with the Cardinals. All right, they're not slowing down one bit. I'm going Arenado as my infielder, and I'm going Julio Rodriguez, who's been cold as ice recently, but I love his matchups this week. His fantasy score is nice and high today. I'm hoping that he gets going against the Athletics this week, and I'm picking him in my outfield. Javon, what are your thoughts on my team? Do you think I have a damn chance to get my first victory this year?
I definitely think you do. I mean, some are saying sharps are hammering the line. You might be the favorite right now.
Wow, that's not good.
Yeah,
that could be a Celtics or Lakers fake sharp ML where the team comes out and doesn't give a hoot and doesn't try and winds to the rest instead of trying to play basketball.
Well, that's the 3-0, the team up 3-0 here. Not that I kind of half-assed it, but I picked guys that I wanted to see do good. It's like guys that I think are going to do well 100%, but I think you definitely have the matchup advantage here. So I like it. Julio Rodriguez, even though he's been pretty mid to start the year, has the stolen base threat when he gets on base a lot, which is why he's been going over his fantasy score the couple times that he has. So fine with that. Castillo should shove. Love Arenado, especially today. So wouldn't be surprised if you're up 3-1, or only down 3-1.
Yeah, Lieutenant Goose is saying no way Krabs goes down 3-0. Too late, brother.
Yeah, too late.
Already down 3-0. You know what, though? I like to dig myself a hole to start out, and that's really how you get the good picks flowing. When you're a little nervous back against the wall, right? You don't want to start out in first. Yeah. I've talked about it 100 times. I'll talk about it again. You don't want to be that horse in first around the first turn. Horse damn near never wins. Okay? And shout out to Preakness this weekend, by the way, too. I don't know if you had a pony in that race, did you?
No, 100% not.
Okay. I had the winner, although I had a couple horses. All right, National Treasure, Bob Baffert's horse. I swear to God, every time that white-haired fuck is on TV, he wins. It's not rocket science. Talk about a model there, a system. There's a model for the Preakness or Kentucky Derby or Belmont Stakes. You see Bob Baffert at the race, you take his horse, okay, and he wins. Plain and simple. National Treasure ran away with it. Red Route won. I said if it rains, he was going to win. Did not rain, did not win. All right, so I hope you guys tailed the late pick there with National Treasure on the Twitter, but if not, I'll get you guys right at the Belmont Stakes. I'm feeling good. I did have Red Route 1, Chad. I had him, I had National Treasure, and ended up breaking even there. Okay, but let's go back to Javon's. All right, let's go back to his team. Give us a breakdown of why you picked these dudes.
Yeah, so, I mean, Kyle Bradish is a guy who I want to back, especially when I look at the line for tomorrow's game. So, I mean, first of all, the Orioles just continue doing Orioles things, even some of the back-end pitchers, like a Kyle Bradish. Like, we got a Dean Kramer masterclass. I'll try my best, Alec. We get a Dean Kramer masterclass. A lot of the back-end starters just continue to do it somehow, some way. And Bradish is a guy who sneakily I like in this matchup. And yes, I'm a little biased because I like him, but he's going up against the Yankees, who, yes, they're a red-hot offense, but outside of, the main hitters in that lineup right now, which obviously Judge is the main character there, he matches up pretty well. And tomorrow you see a total down from 8 to 7.5 already, and the juice is to the under. So it just might end up at 7. So that's going to tell you might get some good pitching performances from him, and then on the other side, Garrett Cole. So I'd love to see a pitcher's duel in that game. And Trey Turner, a guy who's not very good at the plate right now, say that, has a couple pretty good matchups, especially today. I really like him to get on the board pretty early. They go against Ryan Nelson. They have a couple random Brave starters who I don't know the starters yet for those 2 games, but he's avoiding the big guys, which is huge for a lot of these matchups, other than Zach Gallen, who sneakily is fraudulent. Hate to say that, but I like his matchup. I think he gets back on the board, starts hitting the ball well. Maybe an Arenado-like stretch starts this week. Then Brian De La Cruz kind of goes without saying. He's a GOAT. He's hitting in his hottest stretch probably of his career right now, and you get to go into Coors, and he faces a lot of lefties this week, so he is set up to have success if he wants it. So I'm going to be taking him pretty much all week, independent of the head-to-head here.
Okay. And yeah, I'll be backing my guys throughout the week as well. Chat. These are dudes you want to remember. Take a little mental screenshots. Also, we'll post this on the BTL Twitter. All right. These are guys you want to remember for the week because we looked and saw who these dudes match up against Monday through Friday. So if you need a prize pick square, maybe one of these dudes, it could be as simple as plugging them in and play. All right. I like all these dudes' matchups throughout the week. I'm sure Javon does for Trey Turner and Brian De La Bonds as well.
Yeah.
And also, you can't make it up. We talked about Brian De La Bonds and how we should take away his nickname because how bad he was hitting a week ago, maybe a week and change.
Been the hottest hitter ever since.
Hottest hitter in baseball since then.
Unreal.
Can't make it up.
Hey,
so yeah, Brian, you can keep the name, brother. You can keep the name. You are still Brian De La Bonds.
Don't say that now. Now you can come out and go.
Trying to jinx him.
0 for 26.
I'm trying to jinx him.
Fair
okay,
enough.
I know what I'm doing here. All right. Turner or Red Gobby up for a run. Sure. Yeah. And I think Phil Zutley said Luis Castillo is up for 1.5 earned runs and he's read out Gobb. So I'm sure that'll hit today.
I think he's greened out. That's good for you.
Oh, he's greened.
Yeah, you've been getting rocked.
Okay, good. That's what I thought. I was confused.
Yeah,
okay, good. That was a Phil Zutley chirp, but it was a good chirp, actually. I mean,
it was an informative statement.
Good work, gents. I like it. Let's hope Arenado stays hot. Julio Rodriguez needs to get going. And my guy Luis Castillo pitches tonight. You know I'll be taking his high as heck fantasy score tonight.
Yeah, I'm
right, chat. Okay. Well, I'm telling G-Unit. How about it? I don't give a hoot. NBA playoffs, Javon. I didn't even know if I wanted to talk NBA today, but we need to. Number one, because it's pretty much just MLB. Besides that, number two, the people need to know what is going on with the Celtics and the Lakers. All right. The Lakers play tonight, so we'll talk more about that game, chat. Don't you worry. We're going to try to find a winner there. But I want to talk about the Celtics first and what the heck, whatever that was last night on TV, because I don't know if that was even considered basketball.
I thought it was great basketball. I thought it was fun. I had a great time watching that game. Funny.
The Heat played incredible. The Heat shot the lights out. The Celtics played atrocious. I compared it, and I feel bad saying it again, but I'm going to do it again. I compared it to watching the national championship with TCU versus Georgia.
That's fair.
And I apologize for bringing that up again. I won't do it again. But that was the type of game that I watched last night in the NBA playoffs, which is unacceptable. It's unacceptable. And you talk about effort, right? I mean, right from the first whistle, some bad calls, go the Celtics way. And next thing you know, the coach, the players are complaining more. They're worried more about bitching to the refs than they are about playing the game. And that's not going to fly against Jimmy Butler and the blue-collar Heat because they're going to keep their heads down and they're going to keep scoring while the young Celtics, the young stars, keep bitching, right? Something's got to change, and I think it's too late for this young Celtics team who is getting extremely outcoached, and effort is not even comparable between these two teams right now. I mean, I know the game was over and pretty much near the second quarter last night, but that was some of the least amount of effort I've seen from a playoff team in my entire life. Charles Barkley said it perfectly at halftime. If I was Paul Pierce, if I was Kevin Garnett, Ray Allen, if I was Glenn Big Baby Davis, I don't care. If I was somebody from those old Celtics teams who was a grinder and worked hard and played the right way, I'd be pissed off and I'd be disappointed because that's not the Celtics brand of basketball that they built. Yeah, W Big Baby Davis name drop. I used to love watching that dude play.
Yeah,
hilarious.
Go.
But that was disappointing. And I'll say it once. I've said it once. I'll say it again. Jason Tatum needs to figure it the fuck out. He can't just go 50-piece one game and play like crap the rest of the series, and everyone still says he's humbly one of the best basketball players in the league. All right? Take care of your business, man. Don't shoot 20% from three. And if you are shooting 20% from three, stop jacking them up and get to the hoop. All right? Yeah, Tony Allen deserves a name drop as well. Tony Allen, he would be a Miami Heat guy. He's probably rooting for the Heat, watching them play right now, Javon.
Yeah, he belongs. Heat culture. Right with
Give me a rundown. How are you feeling? I mean, you expected this probably. You saw it coming, but gas up your boys, gas up Jimmy, and gas up your Heat.
Well, I mean, can't give myself that much credit because I did think it would obviously be a much closer series. I think everybody did. But, I mean, the one thing that I said from the jump and that I've kind of been saying this entire playoffs, we were talking about, this while the 6-year Celtics series was still going on. I wanted the Celtics, and I caught a lot of chirps in the chat for saying that because the Celtics, in theory, are the better team. But, matchup much worse with the Heat. Talking about big man, no Embiid, much smaller team. They had trouble figuring out the rotations, which goes to another one of the major disadvantages. Eric Spoelstra is coaching laps around Joe Mazzulla. He is dominating him just the way that he should. And again, another thing that I caught chirps for saying too is that Eric Spoelstra is probably the most disrespected coach in NBA history. He doesn't get any credit. Never won a coach of the year. He's probably top 5 all time. I think even higher, even if you want to go there. He doesn't get a lot of credit for some of the coaching jobs he's done because they've had, the big three. They had Dwayne Wade back in 06 as well. But what he's done in between then, coaching a lot of these undrafted guys, which is the narrative that's kind of tired at this point, but it's realistic. It is what it is. He's done a masterclass of a job, and that's why they're being so dominant in this series. But yes, I mean, at the same time, Missoula is terrible at what he's doing. He's not making any adjustments, but his team's not helping him. Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, none of the stars are showing up. There's no effort anywhere on the court other than really, as much as we love to hate on him, Grant Williams, the only one that's shown any sort of heart on that team. And then the occasional Al Horford chirp for 2 seconds and he goes back to being shit. But the Celtics team is in shambles. Does all start with Missoula because really just looks like every time down the court they have no plan, which is why it's tough in the fourth quarter to get back into, a situation where Jason Tatum has the ball in his hands whenever he needs to. Even when it's, not a 40-point game and he's actually playing like game 1 and 2. Yeah, maybe 3% chance to beat the Celtics in this series. I bet. I don't know who ran those analytics, but that was funny. It's a joke.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, analytics are great and all until, the opposite happens because it's sports and we never know what's going to happen. That's why we love it so much.
Yeah. And I mean, another big thing that I was shocked to see coaching advantage wise, they started to come back at the end of the first half a little bit. And a lot of it was because of doubling Jimmy Butler. And then you come out of half.
And you don't double him the whole game.
Yeah, they did for a solid 2 minutes. And then they came out in the second half and did nothing. And he started dominating them early in the second half. And that's really when the game continued to get out of hand. It's again, another Missoula coaching failure. So I didn't really understand. I was kind of getting a little worried. I was like, okay, they're starting to figure out something defensively. Missoula made his first adjustment that started to work this entire series.
Yep.
And they went straight away from it. So, I mean, even when they went to it, it was bad discipline from guys like Marcus Smart, who came in late. And that happened to a lot of open Gabe Vincent, open Max Strus threes right after. So there's really nothing you could do. There's a failure from literally every level of the Celtics, from coaching to the team to the effort to every single thing. They're terrible.
100%. They go on an 8-2 run before halftime and look the best they have all series, doubling Jimmy, and you come out of halftime, you don't double.
Yeah.
And if we're noticing that, that's probably an issue, right? If this is stuff we're picking up on, I've always said this in any sport. If we can notice shitty coaches, imagine what the organization's thinking. Imagine what the league's thinking. Yeah. Imagine what the opponents are thinking.
And I mean, this is always the thought coming into a game that you see. Yes, you double Jimmy and you got ridiculous shot making from guys like Vincent, guys like Caleb Martin. Shout out to him. He's unreal right now. But you notice it in game, you're down 2-0. That's the only semblance of competitiveness you've had in this game. And you go straight away from it coming out of the half after you made a pretty decent run. I don't understand that. Just pack your bags, book the Cancun ticket already.
Unbelievable. Yeah, they're done. They're through.
Yeah.
Stick a fork in the Celtics. They're kicked. All right.
It's actually
Let's talk about
hilarious comparison.
Tatum is your Juan Soto of the NBA.
It's actually so funny.
I will stand out of that argument as of their play recently. I will keep my hands out of it because I can't
early season Soto. Early season Soto.
Can't really disagree. I know, but it's been about a year since he's been hitting like this.
Yeah, he's starting to get going a little bit. I'll give him his credit.
Yeah, I trust the home run he hit the other day when he took his under fantasy score. Yeah, I saw it.
Yeah, got to give him his respect for that one.
People just responding to my tweets that had nothing to do with that Prize Picks entry with just Soto's nuke.
Yeah, you were the one responsible.
Thanks, man. I saw it the first time someone replied it.
Yeah.
Goodness gracious. All right, let's pivot to Nuggets and Lakers, Javon. This could be the first time we see both teams get swept in the conference finals since the 50s, by the way, chat. This just doesn't happen. And I don't even know if I want to get in the way of it because I keep trying to, and it doesn't fucking work. Okay? I keep trying to back these favorites in these sharp spots. I talked about it with Josh earlier, and that's not sharp, okay? Because everyone else on the other side who's been counting their guap, listening to Trippie Redd, literally rich as hell, up hundreds of units betting not only just the Miami Heat, but the Florida Panthers as well on the ice. It's the same fucking thing. They keep winning. All right. And our guy, producer Josh in the back end, W. Joshy, he said last night, enough is enough. I'm taking the Heat. Fuck this. I'm done trying to stab every sharp spot. And what do you know? The Heat won. I wish I was a little bit more like Josh last night. I do. Because I thought I could be smart enough where I could stab another favorite in a sharp spot and it would work, and it doesn't, because the Heat might not have the better roster, but by far and by none, the Heat have a better team. And if that's not clear over these first 3 games, I don't know what else can make it more clear, because that's just straight facts.
Yeah.
There's a difference between having the best players and having the best team. And to win a championship, you got to have the latter. Okay, the former's great and all. It's nice to have good players. It's not everything. It doesn't fucking matter. All right, if that was the case, then the best team, the number 1 seed, would win every season. Now we got an 8 seed who's better win the whole fucking thing. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. L Jinx there by me. I'm sorry.
Yeah, relax.
All right, let's talk about the game tonight, okay? Nuggets, Lakers. Nuggets opened up, I believe, +4, and they're down to +3. Let me check the Carfax on that. While you go into what you think is going to happen in this game, Javon, where's your head at? Yes, it did move back a point towards Denver. What do you think about this game tonight?
Yeah, kind of starting to think it's going to be a similar thing. I'm not going to compare the 2 series because it's drastically different in terms, like, you look at the Lakers, I think more so they're getting out-coached than anything, which is similar to like the Spoelstra-Missoula situation, but not nearly as bad. And you're not looking like at the Lakers on one side and saying, hey, the whole team's not trying, the stars are not showing up for a lack of effort, I guess you could say. LeBron having that foot injury is definitely hampering him a little bit. His effectiveness, AD has been a little streaky. It's tough for them to guard Jokic, a lot of these things. So I do think the Lakers go down here, unfortunately. As much as I would love to see an extended and competitive series, I think it's still going to be a pretty close game down to the wire, but I do think the Nuggets get it done here. It's just hard for me to imagine the Lakers being competitive in this situation. I don't know. It's going to be one of 2 things. It's going to be, like our man Fat Girl was saying, it's going to be a situation where it looks like the Celtics game last night, or it's just going to be one where Lakers edge it out close. I don't know. I really do not want to bet anything in this game, but if I had to, I'd definitely take the Nuggets here.
Okay. All right. Well, as soon as I jump off and start taking spots like the Nuggets here, you're going to see the Lakers win.
Yeah,
so maybe I'll just stay off.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll just stay off. Right now, chat, the splits, we've got 24% of bets, 26% of handle on the Lakers ML. And we've got 40% of bets, 22% of handle on Lakers spread. So bigger bets coming in on Nuggets spread. All right. But if you look at the MLs, Lakers are not public. Not really surprising. Nothing crazy here on the splits. I don't know if you think anything about the total, which opened up at 221.5, and now it's up to 224.5, Javon. The splits there, I mean, the over is a little bit public, and I'm pretty sure we've seen 1-1 over under in this series. Yep, last game did go over. The first couple, 2-2. No, sorry, 2-1 on the overs for the first 3 games. Okay, total still moving up. Do you have a lean on the total on this one?
Yeah, I'd probably lean over, I guess, because I lean Nuggets. I think it's going to be – I think Mo Bamba is coming into the rotation for the Lakers, which I think defensively is going to be a little bit of an adjustment on the perimeter.
Jesus Christ, dude.
Yeah, I mean, it's I'm not going to say it's going to be like a – I don't even know who to compare it to on the Celtics. I guess they put Derek White in there last night, which isn't the same. So I think defensively, if you're talking about on the perimeter, that's going to be a little challenging for them. To kind of adjust that way, because if the Nuggets get hot from the perimeter, Jamal Murray has another game, they're just going to keep getting that switch, and they're going to toast them. So it's maybe a little more challenging on the inside, and maybe they can do a better job at defending Jokic, whatever it may be. But if they get hot from the perimeter, it's kind of toast. So it kind of feels in that way like the game 1 of the Celtics Heat series, where I expected a lot of work on the perimeter, and then if one team gets hot shooting, soars over, which the Heat were that team. So I'd probably lean over there with the move.
Mm-hmm. Fat Girls Inc. said, can we squad ride D'Lo under defensive stops? Bro can't guard a parked car.
He's actually a traffic cone. That's 100% right. He's
the only reason I wouldn't want to take that is because, if I'm the coach, maybe you think about playing him less because of how much of a liability he's been out there tonight. Yeah. He's been fucking terrible, dude.
Maybe.
but they need scorers. They don't have anyone else who can score.
Yeah.
Man, he is terrible. Terrible.
He's kind of bad.
My goodness. Keep betting Lakers spread 2-1 so far. That is true. The Lakers have been respecting corn on the spread. They just haven't been winning.
Yeah, now they got to win to do it.
Yep. That's scary. That's scary. Yeah, D'Lo can't score either of them. Then why is he even out there? And why is he even out there, chat? Unbelievable.
You know he's going to go
Who?
D'Angelo Russell.
Probably. After we just chirped him, sure.
Yeah. not just us. The whole world has been on some D'Lo slander.
Yeah, as they should be.
Yeah, rightfully so.
Rightfully so. My goodness. So Mo Bamba's going to save the Lakers tonight? I bet.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. Okay. Well, Chad, maybe we'll circle back to the NBA when we're figuring out the squad ride if you guys love anything in this game, but I don't. I'm sick of these two series. End them. Finish them. Just end them. Let's get 2 sweeps and let's head to the championship.
Yeah.
That's where I'm at. Yeah, I bet, Trent. Celtics send out to get the coins back. I fucking bet.
Get the coins back from what? The first 2 Celtics bets? Celtics minus.
No, to get him back from the Lakers. Yeah,
Lakers.
Yeah,
I know that. It was like the second half of what he said. He's like, yeah, to get those coins back, to get back Celtics -9 and Celtics -9.5. I bet, man.
Had to get the Celtics coin back with Lakers. Had to get the Lakers and Celtics coin back with the Celtics. Had to get the Celtics, Lakers, and Celtics coin back with the Lakers. It's just a constant fucking thing.
And as soon as we jump ship, Trent, you know what's going to happen, brother.
Yeah,
I think the Nuggies tonight, Lakers win easy.
You know what's going to happen, dude. Clockwork.
I better see you in the finals with a Nuggets jersey on when you go there. I better see nothing else. No Heat bets, no Heat jerseys, no whatever it may be.
Unbelievable. Nobody showed Trent the MLB head-to-head lineups either. We don't need him jinxing any of our.
Yeah, please no.
The what?
Yeah, no, exactly. I don't know what you're talking about.
Especially today.
Exactly.
Especially today. You can't have
Golly. You could take Javon's. Yeah, you could take Turner and De La Cruz all you want, brother.
Don't take crabs either.
You're Brian De La Bonds again?
He's been the best hitter in baseball. We chirped him last week. We said we should take away his Bonds name. And then next thing you know, he has the best week in MLB history.
Now
unbelievable.
Hey, it's Ezekiel Duran's birthday.
Oh, sure. That matters.
Yeah.
Dude, get in the lab. God. That's not what we need to be labbing. Goodness. Goodness gracious. We need Trent to give a lineup so we know who to fade. We could do that next week, maybe.
Yeah, come over your own lineup, Trent.
Yeah, I would actually love to make one.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll get you involved next week. We'll see how it
that.
goes. Javon's wiping the floor with me, Trent, so I'd like to get another face in there, to be honest with you. No matter who it is. Maybe I'll get the whole squad.
Wait, can you pull it back up again?
Yeah, pull it back up so Trent can cake it. I took Arenado, J-Rods. He's got Turner, Cruz, and I got Castillo tonight, and he's got Bradish.
So how do the pitchers work? You just base it off the 1 start he has for the week, or do you do it off 2 starts?
One start.
One start.
Yeah, they're not making 2 in a week. So you get one guy making the starts. That's where I've been getting fucked, is that my pitchers have not been coming through, and Javon's have been insane. So it's very important. And then you get 2 hitters, 1 infield, 1 outfield for the week.
Bradish. Who are the Orioles playing?
He's probably going to throw a no-no.
Pitching against the Yanks tomorrow in New York.
Interesting.
Yeah, to say the least. So legacy performance coming from Bradish tomorrow or Wednesday.
Nolan Arenado, Julio Rodriguez. He's been so mid, bro. Why are you buying it on Julio?
I know. Well, I like their matchups this week. They play some cake teams, and his fantasy score was high today. I like Seattle throughout the week. I think he gets right this week. So buying low on him. Arenado's been hot, riding the hot hand with him. And then Castillo's been dog water, and he's like 45 fantasy score today. I know it's Oakland, but my goodness, he's got a deal, I think, today.
And so you base it off fantasy scores?
Yeah, we do fantasy scores. So when Javon takes his cute dudes who don't get fucking fantasy scores, we handcraft them, and it turns out they score like 29. It's unbelievable. But we hand grade them all according to the Prize Picks grading sheets, fantasy scores, and I'm 0-3 in 3 weeks.
Wow. How about what's the read on Trey Turner here?
He's bouncing back. He's been dog shit.
Dog shit.
Had some pretty great matchups, and I'm taking him today, which is kind of the reason I took him. Doesn't have a fantasy score on Prize Picks today, which is probably a little weird. But I think the Phillies snap today, and Tommy Henry gets destroyed. Trey Turner's probably going to be a part of that, but they also misses a lot of aces, not named Zach Gallen, who is fraudulent anyway. So I think he has a pretty good week.
Okay.
W's.
That could be a 6-legger.
That could be.
We can't. This Bradish doesn't pitch
Yeah,
yet.
Doesn't pitch today.
Prize Picks is still missing out on the open spots.
Dude.
Imagine if they had an open spot.
Crabs,
Crazy.
I got to tip my cap to you too. Apparently, Luis Roberts' name is Luis Robert.
It is, yeah.
Would you know? Who would know? I didn't even know that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I saw.
He's been
too.
right the whole time.
40
Everyone else has
yeah.
been wrong about that. Okay. Luis Robert.
Yeah,
How about
I was chirping you. I thought you were saying it wrong this entire time.
The other 99% of dudes who I mispronounce their names, I'm sure that's all me, but it's nice to get one through the hoop. Sure.
W's.
Let's go. Also, Luis Robert, I think, had 3 home runs that weekend after the contest.
Yeah, he
and
went off. Your guys always go off on like Saturday.
It happened again this week, didn't it?
I know,
I get a message from Daniel over the weekend. He's like, Krabs, man, your lineup did it again over the weekend.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
I mean, Luis Robert, I think, hit one Saturday, and then Cedric Mullins had like 4 hits and a stolen base yesterday. Something crazy.
Oh, cannot make it up, chat. You know what, though? Positive vibes today. I have a feeling I'm winning this week. If I can't win with these guys this week against Kyle Bradish, then I'm going to have to go back to the drawing board anyways. Okay? I can't wait till Brian De La Cruz is in Trent's no home run parlay tomorrow. Sure. Unbelievable. He ain't hitting the Turk, man.
You know,
Dubs. All right, chat. Well, we talked some NBA. All right, we can go back to it, circle back during the squad ride. If you guys want to play anything, Jay Nasty wants a PP entry today. Maybe we can get in the lab. We got some time. But for now, all right, W golf tournament this past weekend, PGA Championship. Everyone's talking about Michael Block, as they should be. Pretty cool. Dude hit a home run, finished top 15, top 10. He's welcome back next year. He even got invited to the PGA golf event next weekend down in Fort Worth, actually. Pretty cool, down by you. So very cool story, but I don't want to talk your guys' ear off about Michael Block. Okay, you guys have heard enough about him. I want to talk about Mark Hubbard. All right, you guys might not even know who this is. Did anybody see this yesterday? Our guy Mark Hubbard, watch his head, and he's not even looking at the freaking cup, ladies and gents. He was doing trick shots because he was 18 over yesterday, and he was having some fun. And I respect it, honestly. The commentators up here, these are, I guess, more fun dudes who were doing a little side commentating on ESPN Plus or whatever. The main commentators did not think it was as funny, the boomers, but I thought it was pretty cool. I mean, let the guy putt however he wants. Who gives a hoot? And he almost made it, which is the crazy part. I mean, guys, he's literally looking up at the crowd, and he's putting, not even looking, almost sinks it.
18 over.
That's why he's doing that, yeah.
That's unreal, dude. Wow.
There's some geezers there clenching their fist who are like losing their minds over this guy putting no luck. But who gives a shit, man? This is stuff that makes golf fun.
Who is this?
This is Mark Hubbard, who's been around the block a few years. It gets better, though, Trent. It gets better. Did some digging and found out this isn't the first time Mark Hubbard's been doing some trick shots on the tour.
What?
Man's was putting with his pinky a few years ago. Putting with his pinky.
What, dude?
And he was 1 under in this tournament at the time. So I don't know what was good in this situation, but this guy likes to party and he likes to get weird on the course. These are tour events when he's putting like this.
Imagine you got fucking birdie matchup here. and you're watching this shit, and he does that, bro.
Yeah, if he's ever in a birdie matchup where I'm fading the hell out.
It's 18, hole 18. You need him to sink, what, an 8-footer here, 9-footer?
I'm dead ass never betting on golf again.
And you see him bring the pinky around like that and twerk a little bit. And next thing you know, he's leaving it 5 feet short, putting with his pinky.
That is too good, bro.
I'm surprised he didn't have Hubbard, honestly, in his matchup this weekend when he's putting, looking up at the crowd. Ridiculous. Well, chat, wanted to show you guys some fun stuff from the weekends from this event. If you didn't watch it, figure it out. We got to get Javon more hip to golf as well. All right.
I'm starting to get there.
Sure. You're getting involved.
Yeah.
All right. Well, it was for a par, so it wouldn't have mattered. That's okay. Book it with Vegas. Don't be that guy. All right, it's not that deep. All right, go with the bet, man. Sheesh. Vibes are up. Is he cheating like Aaron Judge, though? Okay, too soon, Richie Parlay. Too soon. The crazy part is, though, yeah, these guys are playing for, money. Every spot they're – although he was 18 over, he might have been at the bottom of the barrel in the standings. But these guys are playing for money. Every putt matters.
Yeah.
Guess not that putt. Unbelievable. And then chat. Another NFL gambling scandal comes out this morning. We don't know any names yet. All right, we got no names. But what we do have, apparently in the coming days, we're going to get some dudes who got caught once again, second wave, chat, of player gambling policy violations. Javon, what are you hearing this morning? Not much, though.
Yeah, it seems very ominous, which is the scary part because there's no details yet. Kind of feels like when they did the interview, Adam Silver did with, I think it was like Malika Andrews or somebody who were talking about John Morant. He was like, yeah, we've already had this conversation the first time of how severe it was going to be. Now it's going to be something that's uncharted territory because we didn't think he was going to get here. It sounded like, he's about to drop the hammer on him. And this feels oddly similar because we're talking about a massive wave, it looks like, of gambling violations. This whole second wave where nobody's been named yet. This news is dropping, seeming like it's going to be a significant punishment for a lot of people. And here we are talking about this new little second wave here. So I'm honestly, I don't want to see it happen, but I'm very interested to see who it's going to be and how many people it's going to be, because it's certainly a strange situation. And the fact that it's coming out like this big second wave after the, couple guys that we saw suspended the first time it's very strange. It's very scary. I don't know what's going to go on here.
It's weird. This is getting released almost as like they're like warning us.
That's kind of what I was
out there. They're like, hey guys, this is coming.
That's what makes it so weird. Cause you talk about like a lot of the guys like Calvin Ridley and everybody else who was involved, Calvin Ridley, and then the group of 5 other guys, those names came out immediately. Like when the story dropped, there was no like prequel to it. There's no like, yeah, that'll be wild. Probably is. Like that would be, it seems weirdly different because now you're getting the big warning. Super ominous. Is like, yeah, we found a bunch of guys. We're not going to tell you who it is yet because we're going to keep investigating, but somebody's getting destroyed. It's got to be somebody massive, I would think, or it's either somebody massive or a massive group. That's unlike, the first couple waves that we've seen. So it's really strange.
It's insanely strange, and it's almost like a warning.
Yeah.
It's almost like a little warning shot going out. Like, hey, guys, you might have some people on your team who are going to be suspended, and they might be bigger names than we expect because they're giving us a little warning here.
Yeah. The way they're like, if you look through a lot of the articles too, the way that they present it is very, like, I could see it being somewhat of just a threat if the news is this like kind of the way they try to break the news, because there's a very thorough description talking about what they found. And it's just guys betting like while they're in team facilities or like on the plane doing team activities or in the middle of team travel or whatever, which like is very specific. So I really don't know what to make of this. I think it's going to be a pretty big issue here, even if it is just a threat, because there's definitely somebody involved. It's not just a threat. It can work as a threat as well, kind of with the way that they broke the news, but it's kind of crazy.
Maybe they were just using the deposit match.
They just might. Yeah.
Maybe they were just trying to get their free $200. Maybe DraftKings was just trying to help.
Maybe Tom Brady was just fading the Bucks.
Wouldn't that be something?
Yeah.
That'd be insane. That's probably not it.
That's definitely it.
He faded his passing touchdown.
That's why he didn't hit the go well. Yep. He must have been betting on himself.
He knew the go was on 36, man.
Unbelievable. Well, chat, stay posted on this. A little weird that they gave out a warning shot. Maybe it's just maybe they're trying to scare the league, but also, like Javon said, there's reports of wrongdoings that have been caught. Just no names out yet. Okay, chat. So stay posted. We'll keep you posted when the real news drops and we get some names. But for now, you've been warned, and I have a feeling in my gut that this is going to come back to the Commanders in some sort of way. It always does.
Any NFL scandal does.
Even last time, like the whole week, it comes out that it's all these other dudes, all the Lions, and the next I turn on NFL Network or whatever the next week, and I see the Commanders logo up there now with the with the gambling scandal, and I'm like, how are we involved now? And then of course it was one of our players.
Those Commanders guys got caught in the first wave. They were definitely the books. They're the bookies.
They might have been the bad guy Manders.
Yeah, they didn't even bother with legal gambling. It was just 100% of Commanders ring.
Yeah. Well, down there at FedEx Field in Largo, Maryland, I'm sure there's some bookies lurking.
Yeah.
Sure. Stay safe out there, chat. Stay safe.
Hey, quick question, Javon.
Yes.
Which one of you had Luis Castillo in their lineup, by the way?
That would be Krabs.
So Chelly and I made you know how we do these weekender bender entries with like the meme slips? Well, we made a week bender midweek, John. I've got one of my squares is Shea Langoliers half a base tonight. Thoughts?
I mean, it's weird that it's up.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Sure.
There's the entire lineup pretty much up for the A's for half a base.
Okay.
So I'll be
They
taking
take it off? Oh, it's up there.
It's up there. They took Brent Rooker off. He was up for half a base, but they
Oh,
still have like 6 or 7 other guys up there. So I'll be spraying 4, maybe 5 of them.
Dude, does that mean Castillo's about to get roughed up?
I mean, it's just a base, but
Just a half knock.
yeah, it's just a half knock. It's
All
not
right,
anything.
get Langoliers his damn base hit.
Yeah, we just
All right,
did
we
it.
can both win. We can both win here.
Shout out Debbie Fourbaggers, bro. She fucking sucks.
Debbie
Never comes through.
Never.
Never. She might talk about being in on it. She might be in on it because she never comes through. And I swear to God, everyone's like, she did it on Twitter, and then it's like it wasn't the right game. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, that's it happened again. Whoa,
wild.
crazy
So
coincidence.
we have Jang under kills, which just hit last night. W.
Let's
Chelly.
go. Let's
Quentin DeCock legacies again.
The goat.
go.
Goat.
Bam under assists, random square. Cristiano Ronaldo to score,
Oh,
and Brent Birds and Montour SOGs.
That's probably it.
all right.
It's not a bad entry.
I wanted to take Ronaldo under. Chelly fucked it up, accidentally took the over, so we had to pivot.
Accidentally taking the overs.
And by pivot, you mean take the opposite of the bet you wanted to take.
I said Ronaldo under, and he goes, bro, I just locked it in. I fucked up. I took the over, so we have to pivot. I was like, all right, I'm down.
All
Yeah.
right. Well, you need a goal from the goats.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Okay.
No.
G.
Here you go.
Um,
Sean. Here's a little nugget for you.
Yeah.
He lines at 2 4-baggers. Next time, take them all under. There were 4 of them up yesterday, and they all went under. There you go.
Wow.
Pick some random 4-bagger under for the next week.
Yeah. Maybe the players just take all these unders. Gosh, man. Debbie just does not respect any coin. It's very clear at this point.
Yeah,
It's very clear what she's out to do. Her agenda is out in the open. Does not respect coin.
definitely.
Unbelievable. Chat, WMLB attendance this past week. Wanted to show you guys this. For all my baseball fans out there, weekend attendance of 1.5 mil was the best weekend attendance across baseball in April or May in more than 6 years. WMLB. Could this be the pitch clock? Could this be random coincidence? I don't fucking know. I'm not a scientist.
I credit it to the Rays. The Rays doing
Ooh.
amazing things. Shout out the Rays. They like 20,000
selling out?
this week. Yeah,
Yeah.
they're getting
Okay.
there. They're getting there.
Well, when the Rays are playing well, I mean, people do show up, but I mean, is
Yeah.
that even more than you expect? You expect typically?
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
I don't know. Willie's return. Not that he hasn't made it before, but I mean, the Brewers are cool. They got a lot of snowbirds that are in Florida this time of year, so maybe it's Brewers
Good
fans, whatever you want to call it. But 20,000, I was impressed.
Yes. W chat. Baseball is not dead. Okay. And this summer, it's all we're going to have, chat. So if you're laughing at this, if you're a hockey fan, okay, if you're just bored out of your mind, you're an NFL guy and you're just trying to pass the time, baseball is all we got after, another 2 weeks, 3 weeks of hockey and NBA. So lock in. Okay. Hagelin saying baseball is ass. Well, grow up, Hagelin. How about that?
Yeah, just be better.
W weekends in baseball. Let's keep getting the kids out to the park.
Yeah, it's kind of facts here too. I love watching it, maybe a little faster, but especially when I went to the Rangers game and damn near missed Kevin Pillar hitting a home run when I bet on it because I was sitting in the beer line. That was kind of donkey piss. It's like you can't really
100%.
get up. You don't got that much time anymore, which kind of sucks. But when you're sitting down watching it, it is a little more entertaining getting faster.
Yes, without a doubt. Without a doubt. Since we're talking about baseball, I want to show you guys this clip. I mean, you need to know about it. I'm going to screen share. I'm going to take the reins here from Joshy. Trevor Bauer, first pitch since getting demoted to the Japanese minor leagues. What does he do? He gives up a nuke.
Turkey.
This guy has fallen off a cliff. I mean, it's not really that surprising. Hasn't pitched in MLB in a while, but literally first batter, chats.
そして昨日も3安打。現在3試合連続ヒット中です。さあ、この当たりはどうか。打ち上げた当たり。大きな当たり。レフトバックするが、見送った。入った。
Bro, he stinks.
Yeah.
He stinks. So I wanted to show you guys that as well if you didn't see that this weekend. I don't even know if you could hear that in the background either, the commentators. But unbelievable. Oh, the announcer's hype. You guys could hear it. Sure. Yeah, I think everyone collectively over there does not care for Trevor Bauer as well. We even heard some of his teammates chirping him when they made the move. So nobody's really happy he's over there, and looking like not even he himself is too happy over there right now with the turkeys he's been tossing. Jacked. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. W, MLB attendance record. W, Trevor Bauer being a piece of crap, scum of the earth, pitching like shit. Love to see it. Love to see it, chat. Okay. Shout out the child who wanted to go all the way over to Japan just to meet Bauer. Yeah, that was weird. That was weird. I don't know why his family and the kid was so happy to meet a domestic violence guy, but that's, to each his own. To each his own.
Fair enough.
Chat, let's talk about some MLB games today. Okay. We've got, 10 games on today's stacked MLB slate, Javon? We've got about 35 minutes on here left.
Yeah.
Let's craft.
Yeah.
We'll start with Cleveland's. Shout out Hunter Gaddis. Your guy has returns.
Yeah.
Let's go, Javon. How do you think he's going to pitch today? Pitching matchup of the night, chat. Jimmy Lambert versus Hunter Gaddis. How about it?
Yeah, it's kind of gross. I don't know. It's a weird one because the White Sox, when you look at some of those guys in the lineup, it's a really bad matchup for Hunter Gaddis, but kind of the back end of that lineup is perfect. So, I think he pitches decent. I think he's definitely going to give some runs up to the top of that lineup, like guys like Benintendi. Because you look at Gaddis, he's not going to strike anybody out. He's just going to be pumping a lot of fastballs in the zone. So guys like Gaddis, guys like Luis Robert, fantastic matchups for them. Or guys like Benintendi, I meant. Benintendi and Robert, great matchups. But the rest of that lineup doesn't really scare me. And on the other side, it looks like you got a White Sox bullpen game with Jimmy Lambert starting now. So I definitely lean a little Hunter Gaddis ML. It's not one for the faint of heart. He definitely gives up some runs. I don't think he's going to go out there and be lights out against the White Sox. But do you think the Guardians' bat's going to bounce back and have a pretty good day against that bullpen, which has been pretty subpar? And yes, the Guardians' offense has sucked outside of Jose Ramirez, but I don't mind a little matchup against the bullpen to get him going a little bit. Stephen Kwan, if he can get on base in front of Ramirez, that just might be all they need if he continues to drive runs in. So I know Trent's go well is a little happy to see Jose Ramirez being the only shred of offense for this team lately. They might need it.
Yeah, I mean, he had a nuke last night, right? Only offense they had.
Yeah, it's goated.
Yep. Gonna need him to do it again, chats. Gonna need him to do it again. And that's all me. Did not know I had so many Trevor Bauer supporters in here. All right, I'll make sure not to chirp him anymore. All right, guys?
I don't think we even hate him particularly because of what he did. I just think he's just a dick.
Yeah, whether he's innocent or not, the dude's a bozo and he's a douche. So
yeah, he's kind of.
I
don't hate him, but I mean, he just is kind of a douche. It is what it is.
Yeah, I don't like him.
Yeah,
I don't like him. All right, Cleveland ML could be a look in that first game. What about Texas and Pitt today, Javon? Nasty play potentially in this one. Pirates are up to plus 110-ish in this game against legacy starter Dane Dunning, our guy from last year. Gosh, he was so bad. He's been insane so far this season. Got to give it to him. He's got a 1.69 ERA. Nice. 4-0 this season, Javon. A lot of his appearances this year were out of the pen, okay? That seemed to kind of correct whatever the heck was going on over the past year or two. And then they put him back in the rotation and really hasn't skipped a beat. Unbelievable. Today, and also the Rangers' offense has been cracked out of their mind. Need to get that on record, too.
Yeah.
Now they go to Pitt. Pitt's been terrible. I mean, they're almost back to 500 after being one of the best teams in baseball earlier in the season. Remember when you guys said, why are they not on the power rankings? Well, this is why. Because they stink. But they're plus 110 today with Ortiz on the bump, who's been atrocious. I don't get it. And I think maybe Pitt's the play today at home. I mean, they've been bad. There's no reason where Dane Dunning and the Rangers should be minus 135 in this spot. They should be minus 235 in this spot, Javon. What are you thinking about the Pirates today?
This looks like probably the easiest play on the board that I've seen maybe all season, having Dane Dunning at only minus 130, which is why automatically what I got to lean Pirates, and I just might play it. The line makes absolutely no sense. You have the Rangers coming off of a couple dominant performances, I would say, not even just including the Rockies, and I know they were a little shaky in that Braves series, which they didn't get great matchups in it, but otherwise, I mean, they've been beaten up on a lot of bad teams. Rangers swept the Rockies, won games. They scored 31 runs in those 3 games, won by 10, 6, and 5. Even their offense wasn't bad in that Braves series, but then you go back, what do? They beat up on the A's 3 out of 4 games, scored a lot of runs in that series too. So, I mean, it makes no sense. Luis Ortiz, who has been bad, I know people have had mixed takes on him in certain spots, but against the Pirates, who haven't been able to score or keep up with anyone recently, it doesn't make any sense why they're only minus 130 with Dane Dunning, who's been absolutely fantastic. So I'm thinking you get the Rangers going into Pittsburgh here, getting a little shell-shocked, kind of the way you saw Zach Gallen get in that first game, where everybody, you look at the comments in the chat here, they look very similar to when we were talking about, I guess you weren't here, but we were talking about Zach Gallen against the Pirates, who everybody's favorite corporate play was Zach Gallen minus 180 or Zach Gallen first 5 minus a half against the Pirates. And what happened? They came out and shelled him. Feels very similar from what we're seeing, a little public reaction here to the Pirates, who haven't done shit outside of that game.
Yeah. Identical. Almost.
Yeah.
Love it. Love it. I'm with you. It's the Pirates ML today. That's the play. Yeah. Unfortunately, I wish it wasn't, chat, but it is. All right, we move.
Got it.
Okay. Awesome. Pirates ML. We're back in Ortiz. And then also, you said there was a Simeon run up there today that looked like it was a green bean.
Yeah. And I mean, those are usually, depending on the spot, those are usually going to hit in the first inning, or he's not even going to sniff a baseball for the entire day. So, I mean, they have him up super green. They have Seager up too, I believe, which not as green because, he's just coming back, but looks very easy. So I'm definitely going with a little Luis Ortiz here. 100%.
Okay. Do we want to back Ortiz's fantasy score or anything like that on Prize Picks or no?
Does he have a fantasy score up?
Ooh, let's take a peek. Let's see if Ortiz has anything up.
I don't think if he does have one, that would be weird. Yeah, he doesn't. He has an earned runs prop up though.
What does that look like?
I mean, the only
is that right?
Yeah, but I mean, only the first 3 are from this season. So, like, I mean, he just
his game log. I mean, he's only pitched twice this year.
Oh yeah, I guess.
Yeah, Tigers and Rockies.
Yeah, and I mean, he just gave up 3 to the Tigers, and the Rangers have dropped 24 runs in the last 2 games, and they're giving you 2.5 earned runs. So,
yeah. I mean, Ortiz couldn't get out of the freaking 4th inning. He gave up 7 hits, 4 runs, 3 earned, 4 walks in that last start, and they're hanging up at 2.5 today. I bet. Yeah,
I mean, there's a couple super square spots. Slept on this game, also open to pick them, but there's a lot of super square spots today, which other ones I kind of lean more the square angle of it. So, I mean, if it happens to be this one that goes up too, whatever, take it on the chin. But there is absolutely no chance I can't bet the Pirates.
Okay. What about Toronto at Tampa? Bassett versus Kelly, who's opening up for, who'd you say is coming in? Flam. Big old Flam.
Yeah.
Chat just convinced me to take the Pirates. I'm with you, Archie. Archie knows the assignment. He understands it.
Yeah.
Okay. What about your Rays today? Bassett's a pick 'em against your Rays? What do you think?
Yeah, it's interesting.
He's been good.
He has been good, which is why it's so interesting, especially when I see that total move up to 9 in the Trop, which even with kind of the higher totals this year, which a lot of that's been because I guess if you look at the Rays individually, their offense is much better than past years, but also the pitch clock has led to a lot more consistent, like 9 totals across the board, but 9 in the Trop still hasn't been incredibly common. So it's with Chris Bassett on the mound, and even if you look, I know Trevor Kelly's been up and down in his short stints, even as an opener, but Josh Fleming is a guy who has pitched pretty well this season, and he typically has pitched pretty well against the Blue Jays if you look at some of his numbers. especially in the Trop. And he's had, other than last year, I kind of throw out last year for Josh Fleming because he was a completely different pitcher, and some of the adjustments that he's made this season make him a lot more similar to like the 2020, 2021 version of Josh Fleming. So in those seasons, he was pretty good against the Blue Jays. And just in general at home, he's been pretty good. So to see this total go up to 9 and still kind of moving up juice-wise with Bassett on the other side, who's been absolutely incredible, but we expect regression from, it's telling me that we're going to get some runs there, which Rays overs have been kind of printing. So maybe that's one reason we see such a high total, but I do think we get runs regardless. Bassett also has 2.5 earned runs up, which is super interesting too.
Oh, does it?
He does.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, he's been lights out. Let's take a peep at that real quick.
Yeah.
He's been lights out.
He's also
I like the over. It's definitely a little public though, but I like it.
Yeah. Boom. And he's also, I don't remember the exact games. I know he did for the Braves, like for a matter of fact. I think he also did for the Pirates, but he's had the square up a couple of times and hasn't even sniffed it. So the fact that it's continuing to come up after not producing any sort of results, at some point it's about to break.
POD Pete's on that over.
Yeah, he was texting me about that over.
Let's go. Good. It is a little public, chats. Not going to lie to you. 75% of bets, 90% of handle on that over, according to Visson. Okay. But I'm with you. Anytime we see a total moving up to 9 in the Trop, probably for a good reason. And there's a decent pitcher on the bump in Bassett, who's been great recently.
Yeah.
Let's take the over. I like it. And yeah, I'll be on that Bassett over on Prize Picks as well. T. Kirk, yes, sir. I like that square a lot. I like the Ortiz less than 2.5 earned runs a lot as well. Maybe a little 2-piece there to take the edge off.
Just maybe.
What about Gavin Stone and Charlie Morton battling it out tonight with a total at 9 in Atlanta? Do you think Stone starts pitching a little bit better? Or do you think Stone gets roughed up again today and Morton continues to deal? Nobody's talking about it. The guy's 5-3 with a 2.85 ERA. Is Charlie Morton back?
Just kind of might be back, to be honest with you. He's pitching really well, even in some tougher matchups for him, like the Rangers, the game that I was at, he shoved. And that's a team that's been very tough against right-handed pitching, especially as of late. And really, I guess, just tough against everyone. They've been swinging the bat really well. So it's super interesting to me. The curveballs looked really, really sharp. But in this game, I definitely have to lean the Dodgers and Gavin Stone to kind of bounce back here. But I do want to wait and see where that line, if it continues to move, because we were talking about that a little earlier. Talking about that a little earlier. Don't really know if the line had to do with a Stone announcement or even a Morton announcement. But if it did move that way with kind of nothing preceding it, I'd be a little concerned, especially if it keeps going that way. But as well as Charlie Morton's pitch, early as Gavin Stone is on his career, I do think I like some of the Dodgers' bats against Charlie Morton today too. We've seen him quite a bit. Lean their way.
Yep, I'm with you. I thought that opener was crazy if these were the two pitchers reported, but I don't know if they were. But if it was Stone versus Morton and this opened up at plus 100 for the Dodgers, I'd be on the Dodgers. But I don't think it was. Okay.
Yeah,
we saw some sudden movement here with that line move kind of all at once. So I'm assuming it was pitching related. Okay.
Yeah.
Either way, though, it's probably a lean for the Dodgers at plus check here. Yep.
Yeah.
It's still Gavin Stone with a 9 ERA who's been atrocious against the Red Hot Braves, and Morton who's got a sub-3 ERA, barely plus money.
Yeah.
But it's the Dodgers.
Mid-major Matt, I know. I know exactly who's coming in after Brevia today. Don't you worry.
Oh, Nelly.
Don't you worry.
Oh, Nelly. Okay. What about Houston and Milwaukee? We'll go down the line. Anything you like in Houston versus Milwaukee? Corbin Burns, didn't he get shelled in that last start?
Javier K.
I love to hear that because my lane in this game is the Brewers money line. I think Corbin Burns continually let the public down in a lot of these spots where not really saying they're public here, but in a lot of these shorter spreads, Corbin Burns has been the guy who a lot of people have backed, myself included. He's fell down in these spots, and Christian Javier on paper has been just significantly better, and he matches up so much better with the Brewers bats in theory. Which is strange why we see a couple of the Brewers bats, including Yelich, getting bumped up, which I thought was really weird. Javier pitching outs is super low. I think he doesn't have his control in the start, personally. And I think the Brewers bats make him work quite a bit. see a lot of guys in this game up for half a total base. It's almost one kind of like the Nats game last week. I want to call bluff on this low total because I think the Brewers score here. So I do like the Brewers here. The only thing that concerned me is I think if we're getting a Corbin Burns gem. I think if that's possible, we're betting on the Brewers, which scared me away from going with that over necessarily. But I do like the Brewers bats against Javier. I think they make it work.
Okay. All right. Maybe a little fraudulent low total in that game at 7.5.
I've seen this a little bit too, which is kind of funny, but it's actually strangely true. Fitting the team coming off of an A series, which is super interesting. And I guess that's the Astros today. So maybe the bats regress a little bit. And yeah, it feels like a Yurfie game. I wouldn't be mad at that at all.
Okay. Is that up on Prize Picks?
I doubt it's up together.
That'd be weird. That'd be weird.
Doubt
if
it's
that was up.
No, it's not up. But they have Christian Javier in a square with Gavin Stone.
Oh, that looks
Wouldn't it be funny if Javier was the one to do it?
That would be pretty funny.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. Well, we got tons of sub bangs here, Javon. Got to give respect where respect is due. Okay. Xander coming in with a sub bang, 13 months. Let's go, my dudes. We got Lord J666 coming in with a sub bang, 17 months. One of the GOATs. Yep. OG. Love it, my man. We've got Rampage coming in with some bits. Reeves over 2.5 threes, cash cap. Rampage likes today. Sure. Reeves has been cracked out, my dude. Ty Rock coming in with a sub bang, 3 months. My man, Richie Parlay, coming in with a 12-month. All I know is Ohtani is gone, man. Richie Parlay's sad. He's sad.
Shambles.
Yeah. Goonie coming in with a sub bang. Let's go, my man. Slate Talk coming in. Happy Monday. I fucking bet, Trent. I bet. Let's go, boys. Tons of sub bangs. Good energy today on Monday. All right, let's keep the vibes up. Miles got a short shirt on Friday. Let's go, my man. Let's go. Dubs. All right, chat. We'll power through the rest of these games and see if we can come up with the Prize Picks and then the squad ride. All right. San Francisco, Minnesota. Javon Brebia opening up for who did Major Matt say it was? Manaea? Oh, my goodness. Shaw Manaea coming in after Brebia. That sounds sketch. I mean, probably why the lines moved 35 cents towards Minnesota, and they're laying minus 155 at home with Obear, who, by the way, if you guys have watched Obear pitch, he has been escaping some crazy scenarios. This dude's given up more warning track hits and gotten out of more crazy innings where he's walked dudes to start it off than I've ever seen. And I've watched a lot of Nats games with Josiah Gray pitching, and he's a mastermind like that too. But this guy's another level, Javon. I mean, Obear is so due. He's so due to get lit up.
Yeah, he is. And I don't necessarily think it happens today. I think the play here that I like is the under, which actually just recently went down to 8.5 from 9. So, I mean, I lean the Giants too, but I like the under. I think it's going to be another situation where maybe he gives up quite a few hits, but the Giants aren't going to hit well with runners in scoring position. Leave some run on the board. He maybe keeps getting away with it, but this line is short with a bullpen / Manaea game. So I do kind of think that they pitch well. And talking about Manaea, the Twins have been pretty horrendous against left-handed pitching in the last month or so. So that's something to lean on there. The Giants have done their thing kind of on the opposite side too against right-handed pitching, which their lineups changed a lot. So take it how we will. But I do think we get a decent performance from both these pitchers. So I like no runs here.
Okay. A nasty under 8.5. That's gross. And we saw this total open up at 9, and yeah, it was juiced. And yeah, it's still 9 some places. But if it's coming out that Manaea's backing up Brebia and that total's moving down, that's the way I want to see that total moving for you there, Javon. I like that play.
Yeah.
Gross. What about Detroit and Kansas City? Lorenzen, who's been pitching better than Brady Singer this season. Didn't think I'd be saying that, but he has. I mean, Brady Singer's been terrible. What the heck's going on here, Javon? Do we back the young arm to get right in the spots? I mean, the Lions come back 10 cents towards Detroit. It's not looking like he's going to pitch well and get right today. And the total's pretty high at 8.5. What are your thoughts in this game? You think Lorenzen keeps it up?
I mean, I was kind of torn on this one because Brady Singer has been terrible. But yeah, I was about to say this exactly. Against the Tigers, he has been fantastic. And yes, it's a little different of a Tigers lineup than he's seen a handful of times because they have new guys in that lineup this season. But that could be a reason for it. But anytime that I see the Royals as a favorite, it's going to spark my interest. I guess they're not the Nationals, certainly, but Patrick Corbin with the same line thought the same thing. But Brady Singer is a favorite here. Yes, it's a team that he owns. But yes, on the other side, Lorenzen, who is a big reverse splits guy this season for whatever reason, who's going to do the damage in that lineup? It ain't going to be the lefties, other than maybe Vinny P. It's going to be Salvi. It's going to be Bobby Witt. It's going to be a lot of those guys who are going to have to do the damage. And at least if they're in their better split, you can look for some offense from them, hopefully. Somebody said check Singer's fantasy score.
It's at 28.5. It's not weird. It's not that weird. I just looked.
Well, you can look at his strikeouts and walks, maybe. At least those are some correlated things.
Okay, he's been walking people left and right. He's not been striking people out. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I mean, when it's across the board like this, who knows? Even
All right.
we'll see.
Okay. So probably stay off that game, but maybe Brady Singer does get right and pitches well against the Tigers like he always does.
Yeah, might have to do it one more time with the Royals. Just one more time.
Okay.
Just one more time.
We got to stop, man.
Just one more
I
time.
agree. I agree.
One more time.
We collectively, as a community, need to stop.
One more
We need to
time.
put the Royals away, man. Put them away.
What if I told you, Trent, Nick Prado's up for half a base today?
Oh,
I only care if it's in a slip of you.
I mean, it probably will be, to be honest with you.
it'll be slipped.
Yeah, it'll be
It'll
slipped.
be slipped.
It'll be slipped.
Javon, have that slip over to me by EOD. I need to see it with my own eyes
There you
before I
go.
lock that in. Gosh. I don't want to go back to the trophies today, chats. I don't want to do it, but we might not have a choice.
Just a sneak.
Might not have a
peek.
choice.
We'll sneak.
Jay Nasty, we'll get you a prize picks. We're almost done.
Yeah, we're
We'll
working.
get you a prize picks. Let's power through these last 3 games. All right. Miami, Colorado, Javon. Chase Anderson hasn't given up a run yet in baseball this season in 3 appearances, 2 for your Rays and 1 for the Rockies. Total's at 11.5, though, and he's pitching in course. What do you think happens in this one? ML is back 10, 15 cents towards the Rockies.
Yeah, which I find interesting. I know Chase
So do
Anderson's been really good, but on the other side, I don't know if everybody remembers. I believe this was his debut last season. Edward Cabrera looked like the greatest pitcher of all time, first time in course, and that was against a much better lineup. So to see this total at 11.5 too, I was a little surprised. I thought we would see an 11, maybe a 10.5 with these 2 offenses, but it's telling me we get some runs. So I kind of lean Rockies, but I think I more so lean this over, which I think should end up coming down back to 11. I would think the juice is moving that way, but I don't really care. I might just wait to place it because I still think it's high. So I think Edward Cabrera gives up some run to this lineup, but the Marlins too, they can score. We're talking about how they score runs. A lot of it, weirdly, it has been through the long ball with Brian De La Bonds. Jorge Soler has been hitting the crap out of the ball. So, I mean, of course, maybe that plays for the first time ever for the Marlins. They're a home run hitting team. So I do like some runs in this game.
Okay. All right. I like the Red Sox in this spot on the ML on the road.
Very
I love
confident prediction. The Red Sox win 2 of 3 in Anaheim.
Wow. Maybe we take a little series price.
I wonder
Is
what
the
that
ML
is.
out for tomorrow? Let's see.
The Red Sox own the Angels at home. It's great.
That's some good insight from an Angels fan, chat. He knows that team.
Angels
that's it.
are minus 125 in the series.
Okay. Maybe take Red Sox a plus Chicky to win 2 of 3. I don't hate it.
Yeah,
I don't hate it one bit.
tomorrow's a pick'em. That's actually
Mhm.
kind of weird. Tomorrow's a pick'em with Bale on the mound, which I think is strange.
Damn, with how well he's been pitching.
Yeah, it's probably good for the Angels.
Okay. Interesting. But I do like the Red Sox today. I like Huck. I don't love it, but I lean them on the ML in this spot. That's what I would say in this game, but I don't like this game.
Fair enough.
I think we get runs, though.
Yep.
Get runs. What about Oakland and Seattle tonight, Javon? I mean, minus 315. I got Castillo on the bump. Seattle takes care of biz.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to try and get cute and take the ace. I do think they make his life a little difficult, but he still probably has a pretty good outing.
Total up from 7.5 to 8. So maybe they do put up a couple runs. I hope to God they don't. I need a head-to-head win, chat. God.
You said that total was up from 7.5 to 8?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even see that.
Mm-hmm.
The juice
Last
is
night
still-
it was 7.5 juiced. It opened up 7.5 minus 110 each way when the line came out. Allegedly, I saw it last night juiced. And yes, Matt, I do want the nastiest play in this game, please.
Okay, I might be back in on that over then,
dude.
Because I do think he pitches well, but he gives up a couple. But if that total's moving up with Castillo on the mound, when everybody, including yourself, expects him to have the greatest start of all time, and the Mariners are dog shit against left-handed pitching, why is that total moving up? And why is it? I mean, 8 almost both ways now, minus 110, just about.
I hope to God it's because Mueller is going to get destroyed.
It could be. Could be.
Or maybe it's both a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe you get a Castillo legacy and J-Rod legacy in the same little realm here.
Just like I suspected.
Hmm.
The over is a little public, 65% of bets, 80% of handle on the over. But like chat's been talking about, splits might not matter as much for these weekday baseball games as they do for other sports on the weekends or just in general.
They do.
All right.
I don't know where we got that.
Ridiculous.
We go through like a cycle of every sport. People saying splits don't matter in sport.
Yeah, well, typically it's when the bets aren't hitting, and then the bets start hitting again, and then the splits matter.
Well, people did that like the beginning of hockey season. We were talking about, taking. I remember the OG. We'll never forget that because that shook the community for whatever reason. We took the Blackhawks. Got the clowns over there talking about splits don't matter. Don't take dog shit teams. People freaking out on their show with no viewers and all that bullshit. And then what happens? They win. Everybody's in piss. Splits don't matter. We keep taking sharp plays, whatever. They win. You're in piss. So it's the same cycle. We'll see.
They matter. They matter, chats. We've been doing this for almost a year, this show, or at least in some capacity. Wouldn't be up here with you guys watching if it didn't. Yeah. Awesome. Just seen a VIP Preem 10U Max on Rangers today. Holy smokes, Josh Mindy. That's when I would close the app.
Yeah, I think every VIP premium is going to have the Rangers in it in some form today.
Oh, man. If you fade the public in every baseball game all year, do you profit? That's not what we're saying.
No.
Okay.
Well, the thing is with baseball, there's so much data involved. Like, even if you find, like, specifically public spots, like, I mean, Gallen against the Pirates is another example. If you find public spots that are – like the other side is backed with some supporting data that tells you that there's going to be a reason why this line is set so low. Like you find spots like that, you're going to be profitable, 100%.
Just use it as part of your repertoire when capping these games, chats, like everything.
Yeah.
All right. Sometimes there's fake sharp. Sure. Sometimes there's real sharp.
Yeah.
Okay?
Don't bet because of the splits, but when
Right.
something's very public in the data, if you look at like numbers with a pitcher, hitter statistics or whatever, tells you there's a reason for it. That's when you can fade.
100%. All right, chat. Yeah, Rangers only minus 135 is fishy. Yes, sir, Glitch. You get it, my man. You get it. All right, Javon, let's craft up a prize picks really quick. Let's see if we can pull it up.
Yep.
Awesome. We'll get it going here, chats. Javon, any guys you love? Anybody you want to put in?
Well, I really want to put in Nolan Arenado, as corp as it may be today.
Let's put it in. Dubs. Arenado. Who else did we talk about today? We brought up a couple names.
That's funny. He's up for the vaunted RBI square outside of Coors, too. Take total bases. That's what I took.
TBs. Okay.
Yeah.
Goods. Who else did we mention earlier today?
Well, I mean, this is also just my personal two-piece that I've placed already. I did Arenado with a Trey Turner run.
Yes. Trey Turner is one of the ones we talked about. Let's do it. Love it.
Yeah, you can click on that chart quickly, too.
Okay.
He's been dog shit.
Yeah, he hasn't done squat.
Yeah.
Okay. Love it. What else? We could take Singer. We could take Castillo, but you might be a little sketched out by that. We could take – who else, chat? Who else is up for TBs you were saying was weird? Matone?
Well, the whole A's lineup being up is a little weird. That's tough to pick one. I'll tell you what. It's the one that was probably the weirdest thing on the board to me was Christian Yelich getting bumped up to 7. That's what I thought was weird, which I don't have. It's not really a matchup thing there, other than I think Javier can be a little controlless today. I think he's going to have trouble and get himself into deep counts, so maybe that leads to walks and stolen bases too, maybe for Yelich. But that was what really stood out to me, along with the rest of like the Javier props being a little low. So as far as weird on the board, that was the one that was weird to me.
Okay. You want to take him?
I could be down. Could be down.
Okay. And what about Prado?
I mean, I'll slip Prado in something, but it's not like more confident one because I want a righty against Lorenzen. So I still like Prado, but it's not like one that screams at me to take.
Okay. All right. You want to send this 3-piece?
I'd be down.
Little Arenado more than TBs, Trey Turner more than a run, and Yelich more than fantasy?
Yeah, we could do that.
BTL 3-piece, hold the fry. I get down with it. I get down with it. All right, chat. Love it. Javier POs bumped down from 17.5 to 16.5 on the books after going 3 straight starts over, and the total moving down from 8 to 7.5.
I mean, that's perfect. Perfect.
That's
Deep
weird.
counts. Deep counts. That's what we want.
Deep counts, walks. Let's get Yelich to lead off walk.
Yeah.
All right.
Why not?
Love it. And then squad ride, Javon. What do you want to put in here, my man? What do you like?
It's a good question. I
We
mean,
can go Cleveland ML. We can go Pitt ML.
yeah, we can put the Pirates in there.
You cool with Cleveland ML too?
Yeah, I'm cool with that.
Okay. Rays over.
Yes.
Okay. Awesome. Awesome. Do we dare put the Dodgers in there?
I'd rather wait on that one. See
Okay.
if try and figure out what that move really meant.
All right.
Try to figure out a way to play the Phillies. Maybe it's just their team total.
Phillies team total over.
Yeah, because I mean, even like the first 5 -1/2 super juicy. So it's like feels like the only way because I think they rake off of Tommy Henry.
Okay. I could be down for some Phillies TTO.
Yeah,
Looks like it's at
5 or 4.5 super juicy.
let's do 5, dudes.
Yeah, let's do 5.
All right. We'll go Philly team total over 5. Need one more play, chat. Anything in the NBA tonight? Don't rush.
Maybe
Don't rush
not.
to answer. How about
Maybe
that
not.
Rockies under? I like that Rockies under.
I like the Rockies over.
Rockies over.
Yeah.
Damn. What was the under we liked earlier with that juice moving down?
The Giants Twins.
Ooh. You want to put that in there?
Nah, I don't want to do that because I don't want to just steal.
You want to put the trophies in there and just cut the shit?
No, I don't want to do that. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'd say you just put the Coors over in there.
Okay. Miami, Colorado over.
Yeah.
We've got 5 plays, 5 winners. All right. We've got Cleveland ML. We've got Pitt ML. Tampa Bay over in that game. We've got the Phillies team total over. And we've got Miami, Colorado over in Coors tonight. All right, chat? Dubs. Get your votes in. All right. Let me know in chat what you're taking in this NBA game tonight because I am lost on the hardwood, chat. I am lost. All right. The poll is up in the Twitch chat. Hurry up. Get your votes in. Go. Hurry up. Get your vote. 2 minutes. You got 2 minutes, chat. Get your votes in. And yeah, how about these uniforms, man? What do you think about these?
You know, I don't hate them. I mean, obviously, like it's relatively bland everywhere except the sleeves and the underside of the cap or whatever. But I like them. They're sleek. They're cool. I don't know why. I would have assumed they would gone with like the Maryland flag instead of whatever design that is. I know it's like
Right.
City of Baltimore, but I was assuming they're going to get that flag or whatever to be part of the sign. So I mean, they're all right. I don't know. What do you think?
It should be illegal that they don't have some sort of Maryland flag or crab on that uniform. It should be illegal. I mean, look, I get it. Celebrate the city, celebrate the culture. I think that's what it's about. And initially, also, when these jerseys leaked, chat, it was no rainbow. It was just the black shirts, and they looked terrible. And they do look a little bit better,
They do.
right, with the surrounding colors. I like it. It looks fresh. But how are we not going to put a crab? Or how are we not going to put the best looking flag out there, the Maryland flag, incorporated in the City Connects? They're City Connects. Put the Maryland flag in there. Put a crab in there. Put my logo on there. It should say Shore. Try saying that 5 times fast. It should say Shore. It should. Honestly. If they need some designs, man, let me know, because those are not cutting it, man.
Yeah,
Those are not cutting it, chat. All right, guys. Make sure you download Pickett and follow us on there as always. Okay, tonight the squad ride is the over in Tampa Bay, Toronto. We're rolling with Javon's Rays, scoring some runs at home in the Trop with the total up to 9. That's the squad ride today. All right, make sure you stick around for the Surge stream and potentially night sweats tonight. All right, chat. We'll catch you guys on here same time, same place tomorrow. We'll be seeing.
We will
be seeing. Peace.